literally don't have a job right now. It was anxiety that was just consuming me. I still had a lot of guilt and I still felt like a failure, otherwise I would just lose myself. I quit ICU nursing because my values did not align with what the ICU stands for. You see, the ICU is usually the last resort in medicine. By the time the patient gets to your bed, wellness is off the table, prevention is off the table. You're essentially trying to keep that individual alive. And unfortunately, you usually know how the story is going to end anyways. And I want to be extremely clear here. The work in the ICU is sacred work, it's holy work. It's not for everyone. Every individual that works in the ICU, from doctors, nurses, healthcare aides to clerks, they are some of the most talented and competent individuals I have ever worked with, and such hardworking individuals as well. And I have nothing but respect for them. But as you might know from my YouTube channel and from who I am as a person, my whole nursing identity and my individual identity revolves around wellness, illness prevention, longevity, harm reduction, and basically preventing things from spiraling out of control. That's where I want to come in. That's where I want to be there for others as well. So as you can see, every day I was in the ICU, I was completely working against my values. And I didn't know the feeling I was having at the time, but I was feeling something called cognitive dissonance. Cognitive dissonance is when your values and your actions are not in alignment with one another. They're in constant conflict. And here's the thing about cognitive dissonance. It doesn't just show up as something that's very specific. It shows up as generalized symptoms that could mean anything. For instance, I was unable to sleep before my shifts. I was even having difficulty sleeping on my days off. I was literally fighting with insomnia. And on top of that, I would have so much anxiety going into my work, where it wasn't that kind of healthy anxiety where you're a new grad and you're going into your first shift and you're kind of excited and you're nervous at the same time. It was anxiety that was just consuming me, where my heart, I would literally feel palpitations walking into the doors in the ICU and feeling so much relief when I would leave. And then at one point, it got so bad where I started feeling really numb, because I would see individuals dying at least every second shift. And I started feeling numb, where I kept finding ways to like feed my ADHD impulses just to feel alive again. And it was very unhealthy for me. And the moment where I knew I had to quit was when I had a code situation with one of my patients, and we started the code I called the code at about 1600, so 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And that code ran, the patient was in a code situation all the way till 8 p.m. even after my shift. My shift was done at 7:30. I was still in the room till 8 p.m. And unfortunately, I gave it all, the whole team gave it all, and the individual did not live. And that's where that situation and that 4 hours kept replaying in my mind, in my dreams, and they were super vivid and super visceral. Like it was like gut rent, like it was gut squeezing, and it just, that's when I knew like I had to do something, otherwise I would just lose myself. So even after this code situation and my patient passing away, I still did not leave the ICU. I still continued working, pretending like everything was okay. And the reason behind this was because I felt very guilty, as the hospital actually paid for my ICU education, and the educators, my manager, and other nurses around me, my team, they all really believed in me, and they would tell me that I have what it takes to be a great ICU nurse, and I'm doing great, and they can totally see me having a career in here. And that's the reason it took so long for me to quit. And when I actually did finally resign, I had multiple talks with my manager, and then when I finally resigned, I still had a lot of guilt, and I still felt like a failure. I felt like I let everyone down. I felt like I could have grown more as well, because there's constant learning in the ICU. And then finally, after weeks of reflection, I started recognizing that staying somewhere because of guilt is not loyalty. It's basically, you end up like self-abandoning yourself and what your values are and who you are as an individual. And for those of you listening to this, I just want you to recognize that your burnout is not a character flaw. It's essentially information that's being given to you by your body that something is not right and something needs to be done about your situation. Or the more you ignore it, the more you essentially end up losing yourself. And when I finally listened to this and I finally chose to listen to my burnout, my misalignment, although it was a little late, I'm so glad I did, because I know I would have lost my passion for nursing and I would have probably quit the whole profession altogether if I had not quit ICU. And this is literally the first time since I was studying for the MCAT that I've been unemployed, and I literally don't have a job right now, and I'm okay with sitting in that uncertainty because I want to find my passion again. I want to see, I don't know where my career is going to take me, but I want it to be in illness prevention, harm reduction, overall wellness, things that give me so much joy, things that reignite my passion to do good. Those are the things that I want to come out of my career, and let's see what's the next opportunity that's going to present itself to me. So yeah, don't stay at a job that destroys a part of you every single day. Leave it, and then hopefully good things come out of it. So let's see what happens in the future for me. And don't forget, if this resonated with you and if you liked my story, please don't forget to like it and also subscribe to the channel. Also share with other individuals that might be struggling with this as well. And don't forget, let's continue to grow. And don't forget, let's continue to grow together, my friends. See you soon.